Okay, y'all. I thought this episode was at least worthy enough to do a review. Last week was, it irritated me with the backsliding of the drama. I didn't even darn gonna bother coming with a review. But season 2, episode 12 of Chasing LA is finally winding on down. Next week is the season finale. And once again, this seems like it's the Nicole show going on. Like, it wasn't enough that Nicole was taking over the live streams. Not even the after show live streams that she hosted, but she was darn gonna dominate the ones that she was darn gonna feature on. I mean, not even official feature, but when she popped in, she would naturally take over. Like when Andre, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. Another reason why I don't even care to do these reviews. This heifer that I live with. And I'm so sick and tired of darn having to give my personal life within my reviews. But I don't even have time to give y'all my regular vlogs anymore. So y'all, for the ones who watch me for my vlogs, this is the only time y'all get a little backstory of what's going on with me. This heifer for the second time this year has been out of work for over 5 consecutive weeks. I don't have no darn going schedule whatsoever where I can nail down doing a review. Other than the times that she donate plasma. Sometimes it takes the heifer 4 hours to donate. Then other times the bitch can darn gonna donate within 40 minutes. Ugh. But anyways, back to these hoes. Like I said, it started to become the Nicole Rae show during the after shows. And now she done took over. That was the only thing that really interested me this episode. Ain't that about a bitch? I have a love-hate relationship with Nicole. Nicole always talking about money. She's bougie. And all this, that, and the third. She's the epitome of nouveau riche. And it's like, oh, girl, sit down. Okay, you got a little piece of money. Okay, girl. But yeah. But this episode was a touching one because it had Mama Nicole in it. I still don't know her name. Some people said it's Vicky. I don't know if that's true. Then she said Liz. I don't know what the mama name is, but she's hella cool. And it be like that with the parents. Sometimes you can't necessarily stand the child, but the darn gone parent will be the redeeming factor. I.e. Drew Friday with her 2 mamas. I didn't have no issues with Oliver. But Oliver became more lovable with Mama Twits. Who else? George from Dallas with the auntie. Yeah, all the mamas and relatives tend to darn going make the other person more likable. That if you didn't tolerate them before, the parents and stuff tend to win you over with them. So we've seen a touching scene with Nicole and the mama and whatnot. And yes, Nicole, you are blessed. A lot of us don't have that, honey, because, child, I wish this one dropped dead some fucking well, but that's a whole nother doggone story, honey. But, yeah, outside of that, it wasn't really nothing. Nobody wasn't doing nothing this episode. Hell, we thought Rich Bomb was darn gonna go on this episode. I said, okay, we ain't gonna get no darn gone drama and cattiness this week, honey. We ain't going to have none of that toxicity, but he finally popped up at the end. But it was a fun. I was like, okay, if we can get more scenes like this with Rich Bond where it's just peacefulness and it ain't no drama. Because Rich Bond seems like a likable person if you don't put him in no drama type of situation. And he finally got the dress code right. Because Fly King was like, so are you just calling out people for being out of dress code for months, but it's the double standard when it comes to your good Judy looking like he was darn gone coming from the rap studio? I don't even normally put on a damn suit, and I put on a suit for your ass. So that's what happened back and forth with Nicole at one of her 3 houses, child. Then it was some then this where shit went left in real time. Fly King said Nicole was recording her. Nicole said she wasn't. Nicole actually had some nice things to say about Fly King. I mean, not Fly King, but King Payne in her confessionals. And then here comes King Payne. Now, King Payne, that girl, it was no reason for you to call her a darn on Red Roach. Now you got to be careful with that shit. Because you already know it's a history about calling black women, specifically roaches. And here you don't want nobody calling you no disparaging terms in regards to your skin color, but you calling a woman a roach, and you know the historical context of how women are called roaches. Now, I guess you thought it was okay because you was equal opportunity with it. You called her Red Roach and you called the husband darn on Rich Roach. But it's like, that was still distasteful. Of all the things you could have said about darn on bougie, darn on Nicole, I didn't appreciate the Roach comment for her, nor Rich Bomb, honey. But nonetheless, then we got the family moment with Poetik. And honey, the whole damn family fine. I thought those were friends, and then we saw the twin looking like a snack over there. Honey, I want to know about the darn dude, cause honey, he's around the type that Diva Wine goes for. If y'all was curious about what's the type of trade Diva Wine tends to throw all my morals out the window, cause y'all know typically Diva Wine got some bougie standards. Honey, all that goes out the window. I'd be willing to give it up on the first date and everything. Hell, we don't even got to make it to a date. Honey, that can be just a straight hookup. Honey, it would be that type right there. The one that was sitting right next to Poetik with the red on. They was both with the red, and honey, the other one was attractive too. But the one that was right next to Poetik with the dreads up to here, the nice caramel skin tone and the tats. Honey, that's the type of darn guy that always can get it on the first darn tits, honey. We don't even got to go on a date. We can get just straight to it, honey. Honey, let me just go ahead and have me some oatmeal that day. And that's it. Maybe a little light salad, and we can get straight to it, honey. Those are the ones that I would be willing to buy, because y'all know Diva Wine selling the bottoms, honey. But honey, that would be the type of thug that I'd actually buy them for. But a little bit TMI, child, TMI. But honey, that was a nice family moment with darn Poetik. And then we wrapping on up with Nicole at one of these bougie parties. Well, it wasn't bougie this time, because it was more scaled down for her standards. Because y'all know usually she had the chef and the darn big ambiance. Now, the one thing that bitch always does, she have a fancy table placement. She always having those things that is scared of people's vision. It's like, oh, Lord. But that's Nicole, though. She always got to throw a little bit of bouginess in there somewhere, even on a scaled down event. Even with the girls borderline sitting on the floor, it's like we had to have some bouginess somewhere. I guess the theme was pajamas and whatnot, stripperish theme. Honey, Hershey came through like this. Hold on. Hershey was like, bitch, I am a mother about to be 3 children. I'm trying to raise this boy. Now the 2 sisters coming along. Honey, Hershey came with a robe on with the darn bonnet like this. Had the Nicole Rae bonnet like. I was like, damn, Hershey. I'm like, girl, you couldn't have got you some Savage Fenty. I know Savage Fenty allowed you to do Afterpay because you said you on a budget, this, that, and the third. Honey, Fenty got Afterpay. You put 25% down and then make the other 75% over 6 weeks, child. But anyways, I guess her, she wasn't trying to show none of the goodies. She said, bitch, you getting this good old Medea robe and this Nicole bonnet, honey. And that's it. Rich Bomb came dressed apart, giving mini Giovanni. I keep telling y'all, every time I see him, he reminds me of the porn star Giovanni. The only difference is he's the short version. Giovanni's like 6'1". He's like 5'1". So he's like the little teeny tiny miniature size of Giovanni. Well, as far as height, because other areas he seems like he matches up, child, from what I've seen through the Instagram and Twitter streets, honey, if you know what I mean. And my Destiny Child voice. But yeah, that's basically how we ended it on off. We ended it off with Nicole inviting Hershey, inviting Rich Bomb. That was it. Nobody else, I don't think, was invited. Jayla, for obvious reasons, wasn't there. For some reason, King Payne wasn't there. I think it was just Poetik, Rich Bomb. I want to say it might have been at least one other person. Honey, it was pretty much most of the people wasn't there. Jeremy Copeland, and on the flip side, when they had their little gathering earlier, Nicole wasn't there either. But y'all know I don't even care to summarize the scene with William the Saddest, honey, at that video shoot. The cultural appropriation of it all, I'm not even about to go into it. I ain't about to give that no damn press over here. But basically, this was like the Nicole show with a good amount of Poetik sprinkled in. and everybody else was just an afterthought this week. Which no shade, because I love, y'all know I love my Andre, my Fly King, Jayla's, and Jeremy, but honey, they could have took all their scenes out this week and just could have it. And that's another thing. It drug on to like an hour and a half, and it's like this could have really been 45 minutes, and we could have just seen darn on Nicole and Poetik this episode, and with Rich Mom coming in at the end, we could have darn on saved, you know, the other folks for next week, honey, because this episode wasn't giving it for the rest, child. And like I said, that's no shade to them, because I like everybody on this darn, well, except for the cultural appropriator, honey. But everybody else, I fucks with, honey. But that's my review this week. I didn't even think it was going to be 10 minutes. I thought it was just going to be 5 minutes, y'all. But season finale, then we got the reunion, which is going to be hosted by none other than Mr. Redemption, TTB. Let's see if he does better with this one, honey. Hopefully, doggone. Well, since, you know, Chasing LA is mostly Quentin's thing, maybe he'll get some more leeway with the questions versus over there where it was just controlled by Dario and Chasing Atlanta. I didn't like doggone TTB style of questioning for Chasing Atlanta, but he said that was because he was being fed in his ear. Hopefully, Quentin gives him a little bit more leeway. If not, honey, y'all forward this doggone video to doggone Quentin before the reunion, so y'all know that we can get the tea, because honey, TTB is normally known to get the damn tea, but he was holding back on Chasing Atlanta, honey. Hopefully y'all darn gonna encourage Quentin, don't follow the Dario route, honey. I know Dario still got some control over here, but maybe since Quentin is also a producer, it might balance out a little bit. So y'all get this video over to the right people, and make sure doggone our boo TTB is able to get the questions in. And I will be back for the season finale.